With that, let's move to agenda item 2. This is public comment. And before we get started, just housekeeping items. The public may sign up to share public comments at publiccomment@schools.utah.gov. The public may send written public comments to the board at board@schools.utah.gov. Public comments are limited to 2 minutes per person. A comment can express support or dissent for regulatory action. Individuals should not use public comment to complain about personnel issues or attack or defame an individual. Speakers making a highly detailed or complex comment should also consider providing a written outline of their words to the board. Please remember that children may hear your comments. Be thoughtful and professional, and keep your comments appropriate for a general audience. If you have material with explicit language or content, submit such material in writing to the board, again, at board@schools.utah.gov. So let's first invite Sarah Erb. Is she here with us? Perfect. Sarah, if you'll join us. And then we have Sherry Maddle.
Thank you. My name is Sarah Erb. I'm a parent of a student who is 10 years old and is enrolled at a charter school in Salt Lake City. I wanted to share with you today about some of our experiences over the first 5 years of my child's life when we were new to parenting a student who is blind. A few months ago, when the Office of Special Education Programs was here to review and receive feedback about and regarding the early intervention programs across the state of Utah, I attended a focus group with different parents, and a lot of them reported a lot of struggles with early intervention. And I was like, that's not our experience at all. I said, because of the blind school and the deaf schools programs through early intervention, our experience was totally different than everyone else's. And I was like, I need to make sure that people know how good our early intervention programs are. I couldn't speak to the other section, but I can speak to the supports available to parents of blind students. For us, I'll just start really quickly and get as far as I can. My love for Utah's early intervention PIP, that stands for Parent Infant Program for Blind and Visually Impaired, through the Utah Schools for the Blind runs deep, and it's at the top of my list of dream jobs. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our experience as a family between 2014 and 2017. Our providers know who they are, and they don't like to be recognized too much, so I won't mention their names. But know that our appreciation for your efforts in helping us create a strong and disability positive foundation that you helped us provide for our child continues to grow as she ages. Our child was diagnosed at 5 months of age with a condition that caused her optic nerves to be underdeveloped. We don't know the reason for that, and there wasn't an intervention. Thankfully, this condition, optic nerve hypoplasia, was an automatic qualifier for early intervention services due to the known risk of developmental delays associated with a visual impairment. We found the PIP BVI program to be our rock in a very uncertain time for our family, especially because it was before we were aware of all of our child's other diagnoses that affected daily life. The information we had at the time was about a non-treatable vision condition. We were told we would not know how much usable vision she would have until she was older, in 2 or 3 years. It's weird going to the doctor's office and them being supposed to have all the answers for you and having almost none, except she doesn't have light perception. So it was a trial and error, and let's see what we have to work with. Our daughter's early intervention teacher of blind students was such a lovely fit for our needs, and she helped us to stay curious about our child as we learned together how to follow her lead. This empowered us to worry less about the ages and stages pamphlets we received at each well visit with the pediatrician, because they were totally incongruent with her development. We learned early on that there were certain aspects that we couldn't control, and having our teacher there to mentor us along the way allowed us the freedom to take each day as a gift, waiting for us to unwrap together. Her visits for our small family of 3 turned something intimidating and unknown into many opportunities to learn and grow in ways we didn't know we needed. She also encouraged us to get acquainted with our local blind and visually impaired community. Entering that first event with a big blind community outside our own was like passing through the wardrobe into Narnia, and we were thirsty for it. Because of our family's interactions that were provided during our child's first 5 years through 2019, because she then went to the preschool for the blind where she had a fantastic teacher, and he was like a third parent. Because of those interactions, it helped us to know when things weren't as they should be after she turned 5. And we're just so grateful for the supports we have available. Thank you so much for supporting these programs.
Thank you, Sarah. Do we have Sherry Maddle here with us? Oh, perfect.
Thank you. My name is Sherry Maddle, and I'm with Utah PTA. I'm currently serving kind of as the interim safety commissioner, but I have been safety commissioner for 6 years. And I need to bring up my notes, but I will say, I agree. I have a daughter that received her early intervention. She wasn't blind, but early intervention works. You guys all know that. Anyway, it's great. But I would like to take a moment to recognize and sincerely appreciate the outstanding work of the School Safety Center. Their dedication to maintaining a safe and secure environment allows students, staff, and families to focus on learning, growth with confidence and peace of mind. Their efforts don't go unnoticed. Well, they might, but because you don't notice when you're safe, you mostly notice when you're not safe. And honestly, the complaints that I hear about things are, they lock the classroom door so the kids have to knock to get back in. Oh, sorry. I mean, that is safer. Anyway, it is safety, and I've worked with the people in the School Safety Center for several years. Oh, she's not there. I saw Chantel come in a little bit ago. Anyway, I just wanted you to know that their efforts don't go unnoticed, and PTA enjoys working with them. And I would also like to report that Utah PTA has taken a position of support on the House Bill 40 in the legislature this year, school safety amendments. So I want to say thank you for your leadership in supporting this office and the dedication to this vital work of keeping our kids safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. We have any other online? Okay. That concludes our public comment agenda item.